Hi everybody, today we're going to be making a really basic little needle felted pin. You could use this as a fridge magnet or something to wear. All I'm going to do to start off with is I'm rolling up my fibre bat here, taking a 2 needle tool, and I'm going to start felting. So needle felting is a form of sculpting with wool. The needles that I'm using are barbed. So poking a barbed needle into the fibre tangles all the fibres together. And then tangling them up, you end up with a solid shape. So this ball of wool will get firmer and firmer as I poke and turn it. And if you haven't seen needle felting before, maybe have a bit of a Google, check out my other videos, or you might find my book, which is called Needle Felting From Basics to Bears. That's my first book, and that one really helps out the beginner. For this project, I'm going to assume you know a little bit about needle felting and already have all your supplies. Now I don't want this to be particularly hard. If we felt something for too long, it actually gets too firm, and then you can't add anything to it. So we want it just firm enough that it will hold its shape as we work on it, but not so hard that other fibres won't tangle in and become permanent parts of it. So if I now want to add some more colour to this, because I'm working with bats, which are already tangled fibres, I can just take another piece in a different colour, like this one for example, pop it straight on and start needling. It's a great thing with bats. You can just pop them on and carry on. If I was using my wool in the roving form, which is when it comes in a long rope, I would need to tangle these fibres up first before I attach them. So I'm not going to felt that for too long before I add my other half. I'm just taking another colour here. I'm going to pop that straight on too. This one's a little thick. Remove some of the excess and carry on. Working with a multi-needle tool really speeds things up, but you don't need to have a specific holder, especially if you're just starting out. You can just, as long as you have a couple of needles, just rubber band the top of them together, and this way you're making your own holder. But these store-bought tools are certainly easy on the hand, so if you like working with more than one needle, if it's useful for how you felt, definitely recommend them. They're a little bit easier for long-term projects. Okay, so now I've got that colour on, and these are only loosely attached. But what I want to do is add all my elements and then do all my finishing off. So now I'm going to add my whites. Got just a corridor roving here, and you can see the difference between the rovings and the bats. You can see the fibres in this, and then when I mix it, it looks a bit more like the bats do. Mix it all up. I'm going to work these a little bit on my foam first. And then go around it with my finer needle. So the one I was just using was a 36, and this is a 38, which is finer. I just want to get that nice and round. And then you can make the other one. So now we've got two. So our next step will be to add them on.